Yo! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the vlog. We are in focus. So, I gotta say, this Vlogmas thing, vlogging every day, hats off to everybody that's able to do it. I just learned about it this year. I tried to start and do it. I tapped out probably at day 5, video 4. Next year I'll be ready. I'll be fully loaded. I think one of the notes that I will have to give to anyone trying to do Vlogmas is that if you watch the pros who've done it, and when I mean pros, veterans that do it every year, if you listen to their vlogs, you can hear that they already had videos in the container. They already had like 7 days locked and loaded going into Vlogmas. So when it came down to start uploading, they can do every other day versus trying to do something every day. And then being in the middle of a pandemic makes it a little bit more challenging because you're not going out as much. It's not like I'm going grocery shopping, and then when I'm going grocery shopping, I gotta worry about hand sanitizer. Am I gonna have a camera and all this other different stuff? And it's kind of funny because that's the reason why I started vlogging, because I think this is such a very unique time in our life. I was like, I gotta vlog. One of my favorite YouTubers, Casey Neistat, was talking about how he started vlogging basically to document his life so he can look back on videos from like 4 to 5 years from now and kind of see where he was at in that moment. I think that's kind of dope, you know what I mean? Like, I wish when I first moved out to Los Angeles that I was like vlogging more regularly, you know what I mean? Like, I came out here for acting. That was my focus at the time. I was doing YouTube videos, but mainly to have my reel up there for auditions for agents and managers and different things like that. And it was kind of tough because, you know, one of the things about New York is when we come to a place, we kind of like, you know what I mean, we cautious of people, you know what I mean? We stiff arm and you, keeping you at a distance. And I would say, like, hats off to anybody from the East Coast watching this. I'm not saying we gotta be on bandwagons or anything like that, but I would say that it's important for us to be a little less reserved sometimes and be open to people coming into our circle in the entertainment industry. Like, people say networking is everything. Yeah, but it's the right networking, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I go to parties, that's how I get on. But it depends on where you at, you know what I mean? If you got something to network, if you got something worth something that you can work with, like if you got a project or you just came out of a film, you just shot a documentary, whatever it is, and then you go into events, now you got something to talk about. You got something that's of value. So yeah, then a party might be the right atmosphere because you can run into somebody and you can, you know, whoop-de-woo, blase blah, you're chopping it up, and that'll work for you. But if you don't got nothing, it's not like just smiling like, yo, put me on, I want to be an actor. Like, have some type of substance. But with that said, vlogging, doing this Vlogmas thing, you know, there's some pros and there's some cons. I'm not gonna even say there's really any cons, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't like the fact that I had to stop whenever I do something. I want to keep my mind going, but I'm gonna eat that and be ready for next year. Like, I'm gonna start probably like in the beginning of November. I have like 10 episodes ready to go for Vlogmas. So Vlogmas 2021, especially if there's no pandemic and we not wearing masks, is gonna be so monumental for me, because I gotta run that back, you know what I mean? That's something we do in New York. We lose, run it back. And 2021, we gonna run it back. Like, 2021 is the run back year, period, because 2021 was all L's. We all took L's. You know, anybody watching this, yo, my prayers and my heart goes out to you. Hopefully your family is safe during this time, you know what I mean? Enjoy these holidays. I think more than ever we appreciate just being with people. So one of the other challenging things about vlogging daily is that it's just the setup, because I'm moving a lot in my car. That's kind of like what this video is about today. I want to show you, I just bought an item because I was like, I use the SLRs just because, you know, I supplement my income by being a professional videographer, and so I don't like to use my cell phone. Like right now I'm using my cell phone to prop up my camera so I can get a shot as it hangs over the steering wheel, but I'll show you in a minute. But I was like, that's the other thing, right? So it's like, how do I vlog and keep it moving without having to stop? Like, I have a self-tape audition due today, which is another troublesome thing. Like, before I used to hate driving in traffic to go to commercial auditions, and now I'm like, I wish I could do that because now I got to think about setting lights up, and I have gear and I have equipment. I still got to think about doing that and then preparing the size. It's just a lot. I just want to focus on what I need to focus on. So we'll take care of that. I got to head to the mailbox right now, and I was like, yo, this would be a great time for me to test out this car mount that I just bought. Most car mounts are like mainly for GoPros. Like I said, I'm gonna be shooting my R6. I spent money on this camera, so we're gonna use it. As you can see, that once you get used to this video quality, you don't really want to go back. Now, can you shoot and vlog on a cell phone? Of course you can. Work with what you got. But with that said, once you start to grow, you start to have a standard of what you want to shoot at. So we gonna be using my R6. I'm not using my cell phone, even though my S20 is pretty solid, you know. But in terms of low light, like right now, the shallow depth of field, you see that ball, that's what we call, that's bokeh. That shallow depth of field, the blurred background, that's bokeh right there. So we're gonna set this up. So the other thing about vlogging every day, you want to be efficient. So that's why I bought the car mount, because if you live in LA, you're gonna spend most of your time. If you're not in your car, you're gonna spend most of your. If you're not in your apartment, your house, your condo, whatever it is, if you're not there, you're gonna be in your car because of traffic or just running around, going to get food, all the other good stuff. And shout out to all the restaurants in LA. I think it's like 12 days of takeout. So as I go to the mailbox, I'm actually gonna pick up some takeout too. I might go to Laura Tavern. They got these chicken sandwiches that are fire. Probably the only chicken sandwich I know better than Popeyes. So it's just a random little pickup. Let's get a close up on this. This is, I don't even know this company. Novoflex. This is what we're trying out today. The Novoflex. We're gonna try out the Novoflex mount. We're gonna see how good this do. So, mind you, it comes with this. Blur that background. Always, if there's one thing I wish I would have known about, like I love the Manfrotto plates, but Arca Swiss plates, you could buy these for like $6, $8 on Amazon. I got so many of these just because you start to learn, you want to be efficient with your camera setup. So especially with my DSLRs, my GoPros, I want one plate that I can switch over to and not have to worry about looking for the plate. So that's why having something like this, being able to screw that on. So now, when I move on to mount my camera, I can just put it right on, because a lot of times I'm going from my Joby Gorilla Pod. As you see, we got the Arca Swiss plate on that as well. So now I don't have to worry about the 5K Joby Gorilla Pod has a different bracket, but I put the Arca on that. So now I can go straight from my Joby Gorilla Pod straight to the car mount, which more than likely I'll just leave in the car. You know what I mean? So let's do this right now. So let's swap this. Okay, I think we found the car mount solution. So if you follow the channel, early in the year I did a review on the Rig Wheels car mount setup. I like that setup, but there was some flaws to that setup. Well, maybe I haven't perfected it. Just like before you seeing this video right now, I had drove over to the P.O. box and I was just gonna complain about, I wish it was higher from the dash, but that was user error. A lot of times people might do reviews and there's user errors. Like I had the Canon M6 Mark II, and everybody was talking about one, it didn't have 24 frames per second, and also where the hot shoe mount was placed, it blocked the flip up LCD screen. But there's always add-ons and attachments. Canon did a firmware update. The Canon M6 Mark II got 24 frames per second. And then Small Rig, and I'll put a link in the description box below, they make great accessories, so sometimes some of the limitations in your camera can be solved by just buying some Small Rig camera cages, you know what I mean, which is great, especially if you are new to film, content creating, stuff like that. Small Rig has affordable prices. I know this sounds like a commercial, I'm not sponsored by them, but it'll allow you to be able to shoot, grow with your camera gear, mount stuff to it, lights, hot shoe, wireless lives and stuff like that, which is a great option. So the Novoflex as of right now, as you can see, I'll show you the setup as I'm talking. What I like about this setup is smaller than the Rig Wheel setup. As you can see, I'm able to mount it right to the car dash and inside. And when it came down, let's get a wide shot. As you can see, this setup right now, it took no time. It came with the ball mount, came with the suction cup. So the benefit of this setup over the Rig Wheels, when I told you size, form factor, it was cheaper. The other thing about it is that the Rig Wheels has works on magnets. So I have to put one on the outside of the windshield, one on the inside. So if I wanted to make an adjustment, I gotta pull over, get out the car, and adjust the magnet that's on the windshield on the outside. Where here I don't have to worry about that. So I like this setup. I think this is an option everybody should look into. I'm actually gonna do some more reviews on this because, you know, like I said, I'm trying to look to be more efficient for Vlogmas. There's 12 days of takeout right now, so I think tomorrow I'm gonna start the remaining days ordering takeout to support local businesses, because here in LA they've been requested to shut down. I know in New York, my brother told me earlier, there's a blizzard, business is shut down. So whoever's watching this, if you're in a location where like local businesses is open and you actually had them, you can afford to order some takeout, you know, support your local businesses. It's a tough time for everyone, and everybody's watching. My love, my prayers is out for you during this time, very unique time. I think family and looking out for each other is something that we should really take advantage of and look forward to. So overall, Novoflex, I'm gonna give you a thumbs up for price, size, form factor, putting the ball, including the ball head into the box. At first I thought it wasn't one. I was like, what? This is whatever. Payload is 6.6 pounds. I'm shooting with an R6 right now, which is about 1.8 pounds. I'll put the accurate number in this video. And I got the RF 35 1.8, which is my prime lens. I really like shooting with the Sigma 24 1.4, but it's a heavier lens than my RF 35 1.8. But for this test, I wanted to try this out first, and I gotta say I'm more than pleased. So, and if you got questions, comment down below. If this video was helpful, don't forget, give it a thumbs up. That'll cost you nothing. Subscribe to the channel. That'll cost you nothing. Turn on notifications if you want to see more content and stuff that I'm gonna come up with, that I'm gonna be dropping on the channel. That'll cost you nothing. Stay tuned, and until next time, be courageous, stay creative, and get on your grind.